again at Glastonbury. There wasn't a left field last year. I came to the first one in a little tent in 2002, I think, and it's grown into one of the most significant gatherings at the whole Glastonbury festival, because people come to enjoy the music and talk and meet people, but people come up all the time and say, what can I do? What can I do? And the answer is very, very simple. You support people in struggle. That's what you do. And with the budget cuts introduced by the government with the Liberal support, we're going to be heading this autumn for a period of extreme resistance, and our job is to support the people who are fighting for justice themselves. And that is what solidarity is all about. I remember during the miners' strike, we had people from America come over, and one American miner came to a meeting in Chesterfield, and he described better than any way I know the meaning of solidarity. It's a story. He said there was a pit in America which was closed, and a little boy fell down the pit shaft. And all the old men in the village gathered round, and they dropped a rope, but it was too short. And they dropped another rope, a longer one, it was still too short. And they dropped the third rope, the longest they could find, it was still too short. And out of the pit came the voice of the little boy, and what he said was, tie your ropes together. And that is what solidarity is about. If we support each other, we double the chance of victory. The other thing about this is, if you are engaged in struggle, then you find you learn the history of the labour movement better that way than any other way I know, because there is no final victory and no final defeat. History is made by what people do. And in the last election, in May, a very right-wing government won, and their purpose was to frustrate the will of those who pay for the public services and indeed need the public services. And we shouldn't be surprised about that, because the Conservative Party always opposed the extension of the franchise, opposed allowing working men to vote, opposed the right of women to vote, and they did that because they knew that if working people had a vote to get to Parliament, then things would happen that would challenge their privileges. And so they opposed it. That's what the whole thing is about. And now that we have a fully democratic society in the sense that everyone has the vote, it is true that we've got the National Health Service, we've got public services we never had before, and the Tory party doesn't want that, so they're hoping people will go along with the cuts. And that is something that is going to come out of this struggle this autumn. People will learn all about that. And there is something else they'll learn, and that is that socialism is international. I mean, the Greek unions have been out because of the cuts in Greece. We should support them, just as the American miners supported the miners' strike in Britain in 84, 85. And socialism is international. And so, I might add, is capitalism, because we are now being dominated by people we didn't elect. Who elected the International Monetary Fund? Nobody. Who elected the European Central Bank? Nobody. Who elected any of these organisations that now tell us we have to make cuts? They are the voices of capital, and we represent the people. And I think that this is going to be a very formative period. Labour was defeated in the election. The Liberals have gone in with the Tories. We are the opposition. And we must see that we represent in opposition as best we can the people we are committed to serve. And then out of that come the policies for the future. I'm very happy to hear Patrick talking with such passion about education, because education is the stepping stone for everybody into the world in which we live. And comprehensive education without all the league tables and all that is an absolutely integral part of what we're about. And we will have to develop policies across the whole political spectrum. One thing I feel very strongly about is the war in Afghanistan. I mean, we've lost over 300 people there, and that's an unwinnable war. And there's no suggestion of cutting the cost of the war. Oh no, the war's going on despite the cuts. then we're spending £70 billion on a new generation of nuclear weapons. Well now, nuclear weapons are the thing we're thinking about. They've never helped us win a single war. We don't actually need them. We wouldn't use them. Can anyone imagine a Labour Prime Minister pressing the button that would kill 2 or 3 or more million people? I don't think that there's any justification for nuclear weapons, and that's where cuts can be made. And if we did that, then we could build out of the failure of this government the basis of a new government with new policies that will meet the needs of those whom we represent. So thank you very much for asking me. I'm proud to be here. I think out of the younger generation comes hope, because I talk to a lot of younger people and they say young people are apathetic. I don't believe it. I think if you talk to young people, the things they say to me is nobody listens to us and we don't believe what we're told. And anger and mistrust are not the same as apathy. They just don't like the way politics is presented. And that's what Glastonbury is here to change. So good luck and thank you very much.